So a couple of days ago, I made a video on the no backup plans. By the way, if you want to see that, there should be a little thing popping up here now. But now it's time we knock off another exotic on our list and we make a video on the Radiant Dance Machines. Now, I'll be the first to admit, there really isn't too many really good fashion builds with these. Usually any of the hunters that I see wearing them, it's kind of an afterthought and they don't really care that they're wearing them. Everybody just wants to take advantage of how overpowered they are. So instead, I took two hunters that I already know I liked. One was from Dawson on Instagram, and the other one is from Lord Fluff on Discord. So thank you to the two of you for the idea. However, I did tweak it just a little bit to suit my own personal taste on this, and we'll get to that here in a second. And for my Warlock friends, I have already started making a Warlock for you guys for the Nothing Manacles, so that's going to be the next video that's going to come out, so stay tuned for that. Actually, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you don't want to miss that video, and also do me the favor and hit the like button on this video as well. And if you ever want your chance to be featured in a video, or at least influence a future video of mine, go ahead and join up on my Discord server, where you can show off your fashion or seek fashion help if you need it. But anyway, enough of that, let's get into the build. So this is going to be our Radiant Dance Machine Huntress, and let's take a look and see what she is wearing. So for our shader, she's rocking the Atmospheric Glow shader on almost everything, except for the cloak. And the reason we didn't rock it on that is because if we add on that Atmospheric Glow shader, it actually makes it white. And the reason I went with Gambit Emerald instead of something else is because, one, I really like the effect that's going on here. It's almost like a deep space lava lamp. And two, because it kind of subdues that glow and it doesn't really throw it in your face. It kind of works with Radiant Dance Machines as opposed to something like Gambit Jadestone, which I'm sure all of you guys know just kind of it blinds you. It doesn't really let you play the game, it's just kind of always in the way and you're just a big shining target in the Crucible. Now, if you are after more of a glow effect, you could try using the Old Growth shader, and that will still give you a nice glow effect, and it's not too bright, and it doesn't really overpower the Radiant Dance Machines or the Interlaced Gauntlets. And since we're already talking about armor, yes, we are rocking the Interlaced Gauntlets. I really like these because of this glow effect that's going on throughout the arm. It's just one of the coolest gauntlets we've ever gotten in the game. I like this pulse effect a lot. For the helmet, I'm sure you already know what this is. This is the Pathfinder's helmet. Every hunter and their mother is rocking it currently because it is awesome. And one of the bigger reasons why we chose it is because of this glow effect in the visor. It definitely complements the rest of the glow effects throughout the set. And also, it's just a badass helmet. Now for the chest plate, this is where we differ from the other two hunters that you saw earlier. I actually ended up going with the Contender's Vest instead. I really like the way that this one complements the Radiant Dance Machines, so not really here in the holographic area, but here in the cloth area. These definitely look like they were cut from the same material. And also because of this bright green paint here on the top of the Guardian Games logo, and on the sides of the abdomen really complement the sides on the Radiant Dance Machines. And of course for the legs, we are rocking the Radiant Dance Machines. This is the whole entire reason why we have a glowy hunter to begin with. Sadly, we can't really change the color of this holographic area. It's weird considering that we can change the color of no backup plans, but not this one or Nothing Manacles. And lastly, of course, we are rocking the Contender's Cloak. Now this one I went with because of this holographic area here on Radiant Dance Machines. Of course, we had to have a big holographic area to kind of balance that out. That way your eyes aren't just heading towards the bottom and not really worrying about the rest of the set. Alright, now we can go ahead and start talking about armor alternatives to what I'm wearing here. Keep in mind that I don't really have a lot of armor pieces for my hunter, so if you guys have any other alternatives that I don't really mention, feel free to comment that down below to help out other people. So starting with the helmet, the only thing that I found that I liked was actually the Virtuous helmet. It still gives us a glowing visor here, although it does start to look a little bit weird considering it's very thin, and I also don't like the fact that there is like a golden color up here whenever you add on any shader, really. So yeah, that's really in the way there. But if you don't have the Pathfinder's helmet, if you're watching this video sometime in the future, yeah, that's a good option there. And for options on your arms, I decided that you could also use the Virtuous grips. Now these still give us a nice glowing effect here in the shoulder area, but right here in the Contender's chest, it really starts to look off whenever you add on these grips. I mean, you could try the Virtuous vest, but honestly, to me, this vest is really awkward and just like misshapen. I don't know, I don't like it at all. So one thing I would recommend is actually you go over here and then you try the Swordflight chestplate. The only issue with this one is this Crucible logo right here. It's kind of in the way, but if you kind of ignore that, then the rest of the set just falls into place if you rock these two together. Now, if you are looking for replacements on your vest, you could try the Vest of the Great Hunt, like the hunter that you saw there in the beginning. This one matches up really nicely with the interlaced gauntlets. My only issue with this one and why I didn't choose it is because these two kind of don't really match. Maybe an ornament for these in the future might make it match. But yeah, it's still not a bad choice, and it still looks pretty good considering everything up here looks nice and put together. Another one that I actually don't really have on me because I don't really spend money on my hunter is actually if you go into the Eververse archive and you check out the Intrepid bundle, the other hunter that I showed off has the Intrepid vest, and this one also works out pretty damn nicely, and you get a little bag to put all of your little hunter knives in. Again, we're not going to go over replacements for the legs considering that the whole build revolves around these, but replacements for the cloak, I also kind of struggled with this one, to be honest with you. One of them that I did like, however, was the interlaced cape. I really like the way that it hugs the helmet. It really looks like it was made for it. And I also like the wires going on back here. It just of course matches with the interlaced grips, so that kind of pulls everything together up here. If you don't have that, if you've ever tried playing any of the Solstice events, you should have this blue Solstice cloak that you can transmog, and this one is basically my go-to cloak for almost everything. If you don't really like the green color, you could consider putting on a different shader, maybe a darker color. We can try something like Amethyst Veil to make it black, and there you go. You look like a nice green monster assassin. Okay, and kind of the same issue with the armor pieces, although I do have a lot of different shaders on my account. There's not a lot of good green shaders that you could use with Radiant Dance Machines. A lot of the green shaders kind of do weird things, but I did find some alternatives that you could try. So one of them is actually rocking Boreal Chill on almost everything, except for the cloak. On the cloak, I would recommend that you still rock the Old Growth shader, and that still gives you a nice, like, very, very lime green color. And if you're into that, then you're into that. If you don't have that atmospheric glow shader, that's a very good alternative. Other than that, you could actually try rocking the Gambit Jadestone shader. Now, of course, you already know what it does to the cloak, but for that, we'll just go ahead and go over here and then try Old Growth as well. And bada bing, bada boom, that kind of saves you there. Okay everyone, so that's going to be the video for today. I hope you enjoyed it, and feel free to share some of your Radiant Dance Machine fashion in my Discord server. Again, there will be a link down below to that. You can also leave me a comment down below telling me how I did on this set and how I could improve it maybe, and feel free to recommend armor pieces so that way other people can also get some ideas going. And don't forget that the next video we're going to make is going to be on the Nothing Manacles, and I actually had a whole lot of fun making that one, so get subscribed for that. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to also hit that like button. And another big special thanks for Dawson and Lord Fluff for the idea on this hunter. Like I said, it's pretty hard finding some fashion for Radiant Dance Machines, so thank you guys a lot for the help. And if you're looking for some more fashion from me, like the Titan that you're seeing here in the background, I'll have a link popping up now to his video, or you can go ahead and click on any of these videos popping up in the end card right now. And as always, Guardians, stay beautiful.